Great question. So Papa is a foundation, translates into foundation. Kilo is translates into to search or to seek out. So Dr. Koken Nogelmeyer gave us his name, and the idea was that Papakilo was that foundation for seeking and searching whatever you're looking for. Good question. Thank you. Yeah.
Are we gonna do some searching later? Because mine's more about searching the database. The question is, what do you need to use the diacritical marks to search? Because I saw like the example includes all of those, and,
Right.
but then other ones don't,
Right.
right? So I wasn't.
So to answer specifically that question, we've worked with Ulukau
Okay.
and some of their templates to make it so that you don't have to use diacritic.
Okay.
You can, or you,
Okay.
but you're going to pull up have the same results.
Okay.
Yeah. So I believe the first search tip addresses that. But any more questions?
What is it? I noticed on the board it says use board to search for exact values.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I were to search for La Kuokoa in Google or Papakilo database, I'm going to get 14, within Papakilo, I'm going to get 141,000 results. But if you see what it's pulling La and Kuokoa, but not together. It's pulling La Kuokoa, La Kuokoa. By using quotations, it pares down that search results to be just La Kuokoa as it stands. So, what was it, 141,000 down to 6,000. So using quotations, whether it's Google or Papakilo database, that helps. That's one of the very easy tricks that you can do if you have multiple words that you're searching for, like La Kuokoa or Independence Day or Hawaii Ne or anything that has more than one word. So that's one of the tricks that we encourage people to use when they're searching. Another one that we encourage people to do is use our advanced search tools. We created them for advanced searches. And basically, it just allows a whole nother level of filtering and refining your searches. So I put that same thing, La Kuokoa, into the Hawaiian language newspapers, quotations, and I got my 1,100 results. But after this, I can kind of further pare it down and search the whole text or search only article headlines. I can search translated text. I can search images. I can determine what time span I want to search by. I can even select which newspaper I want to look at. So we encourage people to use advanced searches if you are feeling lost and don't feel like going through 15,000 records. One of the things that people get hung up with when they use Papakilo is that there's actually two websites. We made them look very similar to integrate them within each other, but the newspapers and how they're managed and housed is a totally different type of technology than your average digital library, the rest of Papakilo. So on this main page, where is it? On this main page, you'll see there are actually two login areas, one for Papakilo, one for the Hawaiian language newspapers. If you search, and that's only if you're going to create a user account. And the reason why a user account is great is because oftentimes when we're doing research, we come across something, we'll say, okay, I'm going to save it in this tab, open up a new tab, continue on searching, and then at the end of the night, when you're tired, sometimes you just might close the whole tab and lose everything. So creating a username or user profile helps you track your searches. You're also able to identify favorite files or favorite records that you find. But it's one of the great things about creating a user account. You really are able to personalize your experience. We also, a lot of problems also come from logging in. People mix up lowercase, uppercase. Our stuff is case sensitive, so if you do create a username or account, keep that in mind. It's great to know what you're looking at. So we included icons that has drop-down menus that define all the databases, because if you look at this and say, what is a Sullivan collection from Bishop Museum? Your normal person wouldn't know. Those icons are going to be up within the next month or two. But just to give you an example, the Sullivan collection was collected by this guy named Sullivan, went around the Pai'aina, all of Hawaii, and taking pictures in the 1930s, I believe, of Native Hawaiians. And so you get these beautiful photographs of, and then he put the name and put the location and the year. So there are photographs that have a lot of our ohana, on there. The whaling ship database is an index of index of all these sailors that came to and from these islands. The Hawaiian ethnological notes was created by Auntie Mary Kavena Pukui in her work at the Bishop Museum. And so, if you don't know what you're looking at, just try and click on the icon and that eye icon and get some descriptions. And in the end, if you're totally lost or if you have questions, we all know how to email now. It's 2020, so drop me an email. I'd be more than happy to try and help you, whether it be refine your search or walk you through how to use a database. There's lots of things that I can help you with. Even if you have suggestions about, I don't like how this information is displayed, or what's a collection you should really search out that would help me in my research. Those are certain things that we're very open to and receptive to in how we move forward with Papakilo. So, any questions now? No? Yeah.
So is that the email that if we were to want to know more information about Papakilo?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, earlier we passed out these fact sheets. So this is kind of like an inventory of what is on Papakilo right now. It is by no means the end-all be-all, in that if you're looking for a document that you may know of and you can't find it in the, the Bishop Museum pen collection, the Hawaiian ethnological notes, that just because it's not in Papakilo doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So there is a level of, you should be able to do your own research as well and use research practices to kind of further on. But this is just a tool that we can kind of at least try and help people get to where they need to be. Yeah, so that's the email address. This stuff right here, the fact sheet, I think is very helpful because I spent some time updating it yesterday. But any other questions? You had a question, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. I mean, this is awesome. This kind of opened doors for us, in researching. So it's great. I'm excited.
Mahalo, thank you. This morning we had a presentation, or this same workshop at the OHA offices, and the analogy or metaphor I used is that it's kind of like if you're on a boat and you know there's icebergs out there, but you don't know where they are. Papakilo, Kīpuka, and so many Ulukau, even there's so many other resources now available to us, may show us like the tip of the iceberg, but there's so much more work that needs to be done to identify like everything. So I just want to reiterate, by no means are we complete with this project. It's going to keep on going. If I do my job right, I'm going to have job security for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, hopefully one string will lead you to another, and eventually we can become more efficient, but right now, a lot of the efforts are being put into just digitizing and preserving physical documents like that, like this, that are decaying as we speak. Any other questions? No?
Thank you.
What about these evaluation plans?
So at the end of my awesome presentation, you can fill that out and say how much of a good job we did. Yeah. Let me do Zach first, and then if we have time. How was our time? Let's do Zach. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have Zach come up and present on Kīpuka, and then if we have time afterwards, then we'll do some real-time demonstrations. All right, we're in.
Greetings.
Aloha.
I'm going to talk about the Kīpuka database, which is built sort of off of the concepts of the Papakilo database, but arranged more around relations to space and maps.